All right, going to do the domain lesson just real quick. Well, some of you are in the background. You might be able to hear you guys as I'm kind of going along here. So when we're finding the domain, we're just looking for the excluded value. So we really have already done this. But we're going to write it in a little bit of a different way. So I'll show you how we're going to go about writing it. So we're going to factor first. So this becomes x and x squared plus 4x minus 12. I can go a little bit further. So that's x times x plus 6 and x minus 2 over, and again I can factor the denominator. I think that's going to be x plus 6 and x minus 5. So then our end solution to this is, after we simplify it, it's x times x minus 2 over x minus 5. So there is it, our in reduced form. Now we have to talk about the domain. Remember, we talked about domain the other day when I gave it the definition. So the domain is going to be all reals except for our excluded values. And remember, we get our excluded values from our factored form of the original. So our domain is going to be all reals except for x cannot equal -6 or -5, not and. Or 5, and there's other ways we could write this, but we're just gonna write it like this. Give it your excluded values. We could write it in interval notation if we wanted to. If we wanted to do it in interval notation, I guess it would be from -infinity to -6, and -infinity can never equal -infinity, and it can't be -6. And then it's actually going to go from -6 to 5, and then from 5 to infinity. So you can see you kind of got that hole where you've got these two pieces right here. If we wanted to put it in interval notation, those mean it can't equal that. So that would be our interval notation for that. So if you want to put it in interval notation, that's a notation you can certainly put it in. Otherwise, I'm good with this. Your Algebra 2 teacher very well may, or a pre-calc teacher may have you write it in interval notation, but whatever. Second one, we're going to take 3x out. That leaves me with x plus 5. Yep. And then my guess is it's going to be x plus 5, because we've got an x plus 5 in the numerator. X minus 2. So simplified is 3x over x minus 2. Our domain is going to be all reals. X can't be -5 or 2. And there's your solution for that one. Next one. Okay, now we're multiplying. So if I factor this is x times x plus 1. This is 3 is x minus 2. So the x plus 1s. So that gives me 3x squared over 3 times x minus 2. But the 3's can go, so x squared over x minus 2. And pause. All right. Let's look at the next one. And while it's doing that, I'm going to erase that one. All right. It's pretty straightforward. Again, just factor. So x plus 2, x plus 2, x minus 2 times x, and then that's going to be x minus 2 over 1. 2 plus 2 plus 2 minus 2 minus 2. So really simplified, it's just x. The domain is going to be all reals, except for x cannot be 2 or -2. And as I zoomed out on that last one, I had somebody come in, so I had to pause the video. I did notice I did not do the domain for that last one. I think we were done. Simplified right there. So went back to it. So the domain, all reals, x can't be 2. Now I got that one finished off as well. And I erased it instead of highlighted it. Get on and taken care of. All right, last one. I'll do it in a second. All right, last one. Ooh, we got this opposite thing going on with this last one. So remember, we factor out a negative and turn it around. So that's going to be x squared minus 1. And x squared plus 3x minus 4. Since it's dividing, then it's going to be x plus 4 over x plus 1. So I already factored that one, kind of. But it's going to be x minus 1, x plus 1. And this is going to be x minus 1 and x plus 4 times x plus 4 over x plus 1. X plus 4's cancel. X cancels. We're left with negative 1. How nice is that? Domain here is going to be all reals. Except for x cannot equal, and we'll go from here. 1, negative 4, or negative 1.
It's a work day today?
There we go.
Is it a work day today?
That is it. So that gets you through domain. Quiz is on Friday.